Yo, hey guys, it's Beast, back with some more Beastly content. I'm going to be doing a video over Kaneki versus Arima. I guess which one you should go for. I know this is like a week or maybe even longer late. Probably longer because we've had the skills out for a little bit. I did do a video covering the skills and everything quite a while ago. But anyway, so Kaneki versus Arima. So, first of all, this is for Rebirth and Invoke. So if you're on Invoke, Edo's already been released. So if you didn't summon for Edo, I've heard, and from what I see as well, Arima looks like the better choice if you're looking for just a straight up damaging unit. Kaneki looks like the choice if you're looking for a unit that makes your defense really, really good. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say makes your defense really, really good, go check out my showcase of the Kaneki because he makes your team really, really boosted. Now, let's go ahead and get on into the skills of the Kaneki, and then we'll move on into the Arima, and I'll explain what I meant by all that in a bit. So, first things first, we're going to go ahead and check out his skills. His base skill at level 5 is really nice, but that is not what we need to know about. Go over to upgrade info, mastery, and this is his base skill without awakening. Once again, his main thing is awakening. Also, his art's animated. These are the only 2 cards in the game that have animated art. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Deals attack 1.5 times damage to one enemy 5 times, and reduces durability by 5. So, that's not terrible. That's with 1 dupe. 2 dupes, 2 times your attack for 2 turns, deals attack times 1.8 damage to one enemy 6 times, and reduces durability by 6. So, also, another thing, these are the few awakening units that you actually want to get a couple dupes in, because of their first skill still being very, very good, actually. So, basically, with this, you would want to get 2 dupes or 40 simulants into the Kaneki, and he would get a 2 times your attack boost, so he boosts himself, so he does double the amount of damage with his final skill than he would if you did not put the mastery dupes in there. If you're just looking for him to support your team and make you really, really defensive while also doing a decent amount of damage, don't even worry about dupes for him. It's not a mandatory thing. So anyway, on to his next skills, which don't matter about dupes. First of all, there's an awakening one. Inner awakening status permanently for 2 times. Oh, permanently and 2 times your skill gauge, fill rate until the end of battle. So, very nice awakening thing. It's a permanent awakening, so make sure you use that first skill if you have him at least 40%. But yeah, also, 2.25 times the defense of front row allies for 3 turns, 0.2 times the attack of front row enemies for 3 turns, and deals attack 1.8 times damage to front row enemies 6 times. He's an awakening unit, his skill rate has been doubled, so he hits hard, he makes you super duper tanky, gives you the godliest of defense ever, and overall is just a very, very nice unit. Now, on to why he makes your team defensive. If you notice the 2.25 times defense front row ally is for 3 turns, that happens every single time he gets a skill off, and when he gets the skill off, it's like 2 or 3 times every single round, because he has about 15 AP at 10 out of 10 without any dupes in him, which once again, at 100%, let me quickly mention this. At 100%, I do believe he's the only one besides Arima to have this. He gets a thing called skill gauge boost, and in the beginning of battle, his skill gauge will instantly be 100%, so you could instantly either A, get his base skill off if you have him at 40%, or B, go ahead and awaken him, so you're just instantly awakened and using his awakened skill. Alright, now, on to the Arima. Like I said, if you're looking for a unit that will boost you defensively, Kaneki's the way to go. He'll basically make your team immortal. Anyway, on to the Arima. Alrighty, so we're on to Arima now. As you can see, same animated art, and once again, when they awaken, they actually change arts. Very, very nice looking. Arima's kind of, I don't know, I don't like Arima's as much. It just has a rainbowy look effect to it, and I don't know, it just doesn't look as nice. But anyway, on to reading his skill and everything, and also I'm biased because I have Kaneki, not Arima. But anyway, mastery, we're reading his base skill again. Deals attack times 1.4 times damage to one enemy 6 times, and reduces durability by 5. He gets his 1.75 times the attack of front row allies for 2 turns at 40%. So at 40%, he starts to boost your front row. Once again, you're going to want to activate his first skill if you have him at least 40%. And I don't really need to read the rest of it. I do believe it actually goes up to, 2.5 times the attack of front row allies at 80%. So getting him to 80% would be nice. 40% is if you want to start the attack boost. Now, on to his other skills. Same awakening skill. I don't really feel like reading it again. On to his awakened skill. So when he's awakened, and remember that's a permanent thing until the end of the battle, It is 2.25 times your attack for 3 turns, and deals attack times 1.4 damage to front row enemies 10 times. Deals attack times 1.2 damage to one enemy 10 times. So basically he attacks one enemy 20 times and the other two enemies 10 times. So he does tons of damage. Also, he boosts his own attack by 2.25 times every single time he gets that skill off. Once again, same with Kaneki. He gets his skill 2 or 3 times in a single round. Very, very nice. He hits really, really, really hard. Like I said, if you're looking for a unit for pure damage that just hits super duper hard, like an absolute tank, you should definitely go ahead and pick up Arima over the Kaneki. But if your team is kind of squishy, it kind of dies stupidly easy sometimes, like if you have Takizawa or something, you're probably going to want to pick up Kaneki instead, because Kaneki really does do your team a little bit of a solid when it comes to defense. He basically makes your team immortal. You take very, very, very low amounts of damage. So, like I said, it really depends on what you're wanting. If you're wanting one that hits harder and does tons of damage, Arima exists. If you're wanting someone that does decent damage, but also makes your team godly defensive, I'd go for the Kaneki. Of the two, I think I like Kaneki more, but only because I didn't really have a unit that made my team super defensive beforehand. I would actually really like the Arima, but I don't have any more Kaku, and, well, that's how it goes sometimes. But anyway, real quickly, once again, let me touch on that first skill. You're going to want to activate this before you awaken him, because you can't use it after you're awakened. That should have been a given if you have him at 40% or more. And this is once again where I say Kaneki's more the supporting unit than Arima is, because Kaneki's supporting thing is in the skill, so it happens every single time his awakened skill happens, and Arima's is in the first skill, which you're going to activate maybe once or twice before awakening him. Probably only once, because battles are pretty quick in this game. It's not long before you're done with the entire battle once you have Kaneki or Arima on the team. But yeah, a 1.75 times the attack of front row allies for 2 turns. So he's going to be boosting your front row with attack. For 1 skill, probably. But yeah, I do believe that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, of the two, Kaneki is for defense. Arima is for those that just want a ton of damage from a single card. But yeah, I'm out for now. See you. Keep it beast mode.